Semi-final number 2. We are in qualifier number 7, everybody. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Here we go. We got our first bands in. Gunnars on is playing today with 2 subs. Monkey and Azerite are playing, as apparently Poik and Breeze didn't have time today. So from the main roster we have Mene, Smexy and Wooby here. And they are going up against the charming Tomcats. Our charming Tomcats are making it into more and more semifinals these days. I like it. They're actually doing some work. They're really putting some effort into this. They want to go to the playoffs and they are doing better and better. Keep in mind, this is a qualifier, so we have best of 3s in the semis and in the grand final. The real party starts in the playoffs where 4,000 euros are on the line, all sponsored by our Mr. X, who wants to stay anonymous. An anonymous Heroes of the Storm fan, and a player and also a viewer since the first alpha. Enjoyed a lot the time during HGC and the tournaments before and after, but obviously right now there's not really a lot of competition. So he stepped into the void that Blizzard left when they cancelled HGC and is now supporting the European scene with tournaments like the X Cup. We already had the X Cup Summer, now we got the X Cup Fall, so a big shout out to him. And thanks to him, we get games like this one. And of course, we're waiting to see which team moves forward to the grand final. So as you can tell, we got Medivh banned out and Junkrat too. Junkrat's a bit weird to me lately. On the one hand, I like the way that he introduces Chaos into it. A bit like Monkey. But that's what you get for not banning Samuro. It's their own fault. If you go up against Monkey and you don't ban Samuro, then you're griefing. You're just griefing. Or you say, well, we got something against Samuro. Pick him, and we're gonna show you the door. Those are the only 2 options. But if you're surprised that Monkey picks Samuro, yeah, that's like being surprised that the water gets Chuck Norris when Chuck wades into the ocean. The same thing. So main on Lunara, Monkey on Samuro, and on the other side we get Varian plus Dehaka and Brightwing. That's a lot of CC. That's a lot of CC right there. Varian, Dehaka, and Brightwing are being played together. So technically, a taunt into a tongue into Brightwing polymorph. Kind of feel sorry for whoever's the target of that. But yeah. I'm not 100% certain who the fangirl is, by the way. But yeah. Would be kind of cool if they made it to the grand final. Because then we would see the fangirl against Nick. Chromie, talking about fangirls, she's also banned out. Yeah, she's gone. Yay! Shut up. She likes it. I don't know what to tell you. We're just playing sounds here, guys. We're just playing sounds. Whatever plays out in your head, it has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Yay! Come on, it's enough, yo. It's enough. Shut up. Whatever. Stitches gets banned. Stitches. Let's focus on the game. Yeah, let's focus on the game. Really, I'm getting a little bit like distracted. Shall we focus on the game, guys? You shut up of all people. So yeah, we're focusing on the game now. We got Tyrande and Jaina. Okay, Jaina is in. So is Tyrande. And well, if Tyrande gets stunned, how the hell is she going to get away from that? So Smexy. Here's a Mephisto and Slava. I mean, I gotta say that Smexy really needs to make sure that he stays away from all of them, because if he at any point gets dragged, attacked, or whatever, he is just toast. Playing Tyrande against this setup, good luck with that. We got Jaina for slows, Lunara, of course, for some damage over time too. There's a lot that they can add here, but yeah, we still need Wooby with the choice. And I gotta say, their draft. Yeah, okay, Nuburak, alright, we're getting, okay, now we're getting somewhere. And Nuburak engaged, Tyrande stun, and Jaina comes in with burst damage, Lunara with a hoppity hop, trying to go in with a leap or with whatever poke she has, slowing the target further. Okay, now we're talking a little bit. That brings the draft more together. It's still more on the squishy side, and they need good coordination, but I still gotta say, whew, they have their work cut out for them. So guys, let's go. Tomb of Spider Queen, game number 1. Gunnars on against the charming Tomcats. Game number 1. Skull build for Mephisto. Nick Fangirl is currently mirroring Nick in his build. On the left side, the blue team Gunnars on with Mene on Jaina. We got Smexy on Tyrande. Monkey on Samuro, Azerite on Lulnara, and Whoopi on Nubarak. Yeah, and on the right side of the map, Hymirth with Varian, Shadow on Dehaka, we got Gamer Boy on Brightwing, Arion on Sylvanas, and Mephisto gets played by Nick Fangirl. Okay, let's go. Yeah, as we headed into the game, it was actually like, I don't know why, but in my head it's like played this Go Power Rangers. And as I said, Power Rangers was a shitty show. I mean, that show was just trash. I'm sorry, but that was a bunch of guys in pajamas just jumping around and being total nerds. I mean, they would have been stuffed into a locker pretty much anywhere. There was so much better shows out there. Captain Planet, you had Saber Rider. I mean, there was so much good stuff back then. And instead, some people were watching Power Rangers. I'm like, what is wrong with you? But then again, I asked myself that a lot recently. I told the story where Captain Tsubasa in Spain, they just renamed him. They just didn't give a fuck. Tsubasa Otsora, like the GOAT himself, you know, he got renamed. The entire show got renamed by the Spanish. They renamed it Oliver and Benji. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's Oliver? Who's Oliver? And who the fuck is Benji? What are you talking about? It's Captain Tsubasa. Tsubasa Otsora. It's like, what are you? My childhood. Oh. That show is so popular here in Spain, or at least it was. Everybody knows that stupid theme song. And it's not even the original theme song. It's some super stupid song. Oliver, Benji, Oliver, Benji. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Ah, I tilted so hard when I heard that. My childhood got ruined. No. Tsubasa Otsora, Saber Rider, you know, Captain Planet, Captain Future. Ah, and they come in with that crap. I felt violated. Everything that I believe was just wrong. Anyways, Heroes of the Storm. Alright, so nothing really too crazy in the early game. We didn't even have any fights here. Honestly, they just focused on the camp so far. But I think at this point, we're gonna get a bit more party going because obviously we got our boy Samuro in with the Way of Illusion. We got the Mirage in as well. And up at the top, still a bit of a smirking around here by Hymirth, who is now finally in possession of his taunt. And he is going to try and get that connected with a few of those backliners. There's a lot of squishies on the blue team side. I talked about this in the draft. If you're going to lock on either Tyrande or Jaina on a good taunt, then you can absolutely murder them. So that's what we have to watch out for. Is he able to do that? Yes or no? Bit of damage already connected with the wall in the middle. Nothing too crazy. And at the same time, up at the top, with Sylvanas, you have, of course, additional push power with and without the objective, as long as you can get her towards one of the walls. There's the first taunt already in against Whoopi. And, well, he doesn't really care. Soaks up the damage, and they nearly get Hymirth down into the low HP areas, but he is able to walk out. So, right now, things are actually still fairly easy for both of them. We had one kill on the side of the Tomcats, nothing crazy. But as you can see, teams are trying to slowly turn their gems in. So we've got 20-16. First objective still up for grabs. Both of them are closing in on having finally enough gems to take, theoretically at least, get the turn in. Varian immediately with the attack here. At some point we need to have a game with Smash. Smash Varian is just like, he's yelling all the time. It's like he has some tooth problem. Oh, Monkey, careful. Yeah? They didn't ban Samuro. If you see Monkey on the other side, you know that Samuro is going to be picked eventually. So if you don't ban him out, it means that you're absolutely okay with him being picked. Ooh, the save on Sylvanas. Our girl would have died here. Yeah, she would have died for sure. So now Whoopi finds himself on the wrong side of the map. Yeah, that's not the base that you want to go to, my friend. He buys himself a little bit more time, but there's the kill. Sylvanas came in and finished him off, but of course, as all of them are chasing, the blue team just said, you know what? If you're chasing Whoopi, then we're just going to turn in. And by the time that the web beavers are down, Nubarak is going to be back on the map, so we're still going to be fine for the attack here. And that's more or less true. Nubarak is just now respawning, has of course still a bit of a distance to cover until he finally arrives in the middle of the map. There's the attack against Smexy. And Tyrande is alive. Ah, the money pick here. I like it. Talking about being alive. Seems like Sylvanas is consistently in trouble, but Brightwing is helping out wherever she can. Here comes the attack, the stun, the follow-up. Where is that damage? Not enough. The combo is clear. Anubarak engage, get the stuns out. Hunter's Mark from Tyrande, the follow-up stun from her, and then damage, damage, damage. All from our girl Jaina. And, of course, from Lulnara. Bambi trying to do her thing here. And that's finally a kill against Sylvanas. Sylvanas is down. And that might be an opportunity to take more than only the wall at the top. Oh, the drag. Yeah. Just imagine if you would have been able to connect that properly. But instead, we have not only him, but also Varian attacked. He comes in with the taunt against Azerite. And, yeah, Bambi jumps out. There's like a lot of ways that you can taunt Bambi. You just have to insult Bambi's mother. It's the only thing that you gotta do. I actually had a guy getting mad at me the other day or making fun of me because he's like, you're stupid. Bambi is a girl. And I'm like, yeah, I thought so too. I thought so too, buddy. Believe me. We were both deluded. Totally delusional here. But yeah. Level 10 coming in. Soon TM. Bambi down at the bottom of the map. And here we go. Like the best taunt, the best way to make Lunara real angry is like, your mama is so fat. Ha! Wait, she isn't because she's dead. Yeah, if that doesn't make you angry, then I don't know what does. So yeah, it's super easy to taunt Bambi. Varian, he doesn't even have to practice that one in front of a mirror. But we're going to see him try and make another play for Nubarak. That's already a lot harder because, well, if you're a cockroach, then there's not a whole lot of ways that you can insult that guy. But level 10 abilities are finally ready for both of them. And that gives us, by the way, the Durance of Hate. So we got that one in. Down to the bottom of the map. Seems like someone has to retreat and get a bit of hit points back. The interrupts, of course, also from Tyrande. Quite nice here. Careful. Varian is at this point sitting at 35 gems. You can't die, buddy. You gotta be a little bit careful with all of this. 2 kills to 1. Level 1 talent for Mephisto's also done. And I gotta say, Gunnars on is not pulling ahead as quickly as I expected them to. They're clearly the favorite in this match. But the red team is playing well. Yeah, well, just as I say, the caster curse hits hard. Really hard. Or maybe it doesn't. They get the counter kill. They lose Brightwing, but they kill Anubarak. Can they save the Haka? No, they cannot. And that's 21 gems. That's the rest of the gems gone. Ah, yeah. That caster curse was in full force right here. Now they're going for Arion, and that's maybe even a 5-man wipe. The Owl Kiss and the 5-man team wipe. Alright, alright, alright. I'll see myself out. The second I compliment them, the caster curse hits like a train, and they lose every single player on the team and every single gem that they had. It's actually not quite true. They still have a few gems. How do they still have... Ah, no, sorry. They turned 31 gems in. I was like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. They all died. They lost everything here. So yeah, that one's on me. That one's on me. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it again. I'll stop complimenting people and teams because we all know this is just not going to go well. I mean, maybe I can try and jinx it. Does that work? Oh my god, look how well Gunnars on is playing. Such great coordination. I don't see them at all falling apart in this game. I don't think there is a chance that they at any point mess up rotations and give the charming Tomcats a chance to come back into this game. It's just not gonna happen. I know it for certain. You guys think that works? I mean, we'll try. Yeah, here's an opportunity. Level 13 talents in the hands of Gunnars on the other hand. The boss is taken, and Brightwing is dead. Varian, he dies too. Varian dead, Brightwing is dead, and now we have 8 kills to 3. We have a 1.5 level lead roughly. Webweavers in the mid lane are going to take down the fort. I'm pretty sure the same is going to happen at the bot lane. And up here at the top, it's not only the Webweavers that you have to contest with, but there's also a boss that is going to be a problem. Whoopi is diving out, Smexy with a bit of an assist here over the wall. And that puts them into the driver's seat as they are trying to lock in the victory in game number 1. Gunnars on is on target here. The team name with a big double entendre here, trying to go for... Oh, no! The fangirl! Monkey! He's trying to get the last hits in. Yeah, Gunnars on obviously a little bit of a name play regarding the last name of Whoopi, who is actually called... His last name is actually Gunnarson. And then it's also about the Gunnars and putting them on. Apparently as Whoopi got held hostage here in CCL, but 8 kills to 5, and that is game number 1. 10-minute game. Yeah, this escalated quickly. With a pretty slow and even start, but then the blue team just exploded, and here we go. The lead for them in the semi-final.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Towers of Doom. Well, map number 2. Red team, they suffered a bitter defeat at the hands of Gunnars on the last map, and the blue team, whew, yeah, they stepped it up very rapidly. First, everything went fine for the team in red, and then all of a sudden, it was just a slaughter. 5-man Y, boss plus turn-in, and they just went through the entire map like it was nothing. So, well done. Very well done. But, as you can see, here's the Samuro ban. At least on Towers of Doom, they're not gonna deal with that shit. So Samuro gets banned, so does Junkrat. The better save and sorry play, more or less, with Medivh also getting eliminated from the game. No portals. No ley line into Apocalypse or anything along those lines. But the Dehaka first pick once again. Change. Dehaka always wants to change things. You don't have to change things. If you have a good system going, then don't change it. Just keep abusing it. So, Vala and Blaze. Yeah, they like their Vala plays, don't they? All of the teams today. And I like it too. Again, fan of a good auto attacker. If you can make Vala with an auto attack build work, then let's go for it. Now, this is a map where you can, of course, go for that style, but you can all... Towers, honestly, is a map where you can pretty much play any style that you want with her. I would expect that it's an auto attack style, but an arrow style would also work. Anduin is in play, and we get also Tacita. So, they're trying to go full Protoss on this one. I mean, honestly, if you lose game number 1, the best thing that you can do, you go for a combination between Overwatch heroes and Protoss heroes. Both are generally incredibly imbalanced, and therefore fantastic choices. Fantastic choices. If you don't know what to do, go for Overwatch. It's pretty much the only game, or one of the few games that Blizzard still cares about a little bit, so you can expect those heroes also to ways to be slightly better. I guess they care more about Hearthstone, because Hearthstone is the game where they don't actually have to do anything and they make money with it. So, yeah, that's the perfect play. Zarya gets banned, that's just sad. I understand why, we talked about her a lot today, but Zarya ban, I don't know. Vala with Zarya. The cool thing, if you actually have a composition with Vala and a double supporter with Zarya, is that as the Vala player, you can be so much more aggressive. So normally when you would have to move back because you're like, well, if I do that, I might die. If you have that support, you're just sitting there and you're just like, well, I actually don't give a shit because I can't die. Especially once that she has also Tempered by Discipline. Then you have a double support behind you, heal yourself up too. So, yeah. We got ETC. Played by Smexy and Mano and Uther. Now, either we're gonna see them swap heroes, or they're heading into game number 2 saying, you know what, guys? We can go for a bit of a role swap here. We got this. We got the lead in the series. Towers of Doom, good map for us. We can swap the roles a bit and take it from there. And Jojo gets played together with Hanzo as the final 2 picks for the Tomcats. The Tomcats, they need to rename. They need to stop being charming. Nobody's afraid from charming Tomcats, no. Go for the fierce Tomcats, the ruthless Tomcats, the deadly Tomcats. Menacing Tomcats. Any of this. Take your pick. Well. And... Oh, Booby on Zeratul. Alright, alright. I feel a bit sorry for them right now. But it doesn't seem like they're gonna swap roles, so... Nope, they do, they do. Whoopi is on ETC. Smexy is playing Zeratul, Mena on Uther. Alright, they're swapping roles a little bit, but guys, still, this is an interesting one. Gunnars on against the charming Tomcats. Game number 2 in our second semi-final at the fall qualifier number 7. Game on, Gunnars on with Mena on Uther, Whoopi on ETC. We have Azerite and Zeratul, Smexy is playing Vala, and Monkey is playing Blaze. Now, Smexy has actually been bragging quite a bit about his damage numbers whenever he was playing Karazim. So I guess this time he wants to play an actual damage dealer, and Mena has therefore been banned onto Uther and needs to support now. That can't go wrong at all. They have the Holy Cow, by the way. We're going to talk about that later for the people that don't know that. Gamer Boy on Anduin. I always knew that Anduin was a Gamer Boy. It explains so many things. Hymeath on Johanna, Anduin's older brother. We got Arian on Hanzo, Shadow on Dehaka, and Fangirl on Tacita. And off we go. Actually, if you look at the portraits, that would fit. Johanna could be Anduin's older brother with a little bit of a weep influence here. I mean, that's more so the anime hairstyle, you know. But outside of that, it would kind of work. Either way, on level 1, we got the auto attack build for Smexy, so he's going to go for those quick hits and tries to stack his talent. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the Holy Cow here. So ETC, obviously, back in the days of old, was oftentimes played with Uther because the whole idea was that you slide in, get that mosh pit connected, and then you simply drop the Divine Shield on ETC. It's uninterruptible, and everybody can just get killed. So in that case, ETC would just murder people. If that's going to happen or not, that's a different story. I could also see Uther just simply say, screw it, I'm going to go for the stuns here and set things up. But now that we're heading into the first few camps, Hymeath is checking things out, and they want to invade! Yeah, Jojo gets stopped for a moment, but is still trying to make the play for the point. Can't though. Instead, Mena moves away. Monkey with a stun. Johanna is dead. Mena goes face and dies too. A kill for a kill with Azerite getting saved by the Uther Ghost, and they're turning it on Hanzo. Bo Boy goes down, and look at Smexy. And the RNG is not enough. Anduin with the save. They can't get the kill, but Smexy is of course getting the stacks, and he's not the only one. We have 6 stacks for Zeratul as he's working on the Shadow Hunter. 2 kills to 1. And the problem with Jojo moving out this far is that Smexy just gets stacks. First quest reward is in at the 2-minute mark. Jojo dies again, and they are murdering. Yeah, they are crushing. If Smexy doesn't die and keeps up that stacking rate, then the Tomcats are doomed. They're gonna be... oh, well, that, on the other hand, really threatened Whoopi for a moment. That could have maybe even been a kill. Yeah, they didn't follow up on it, but if they had anything left there, even a few auto attacks, they could have gotten the kill for sure here. Now, Smexy still with a bit of extra damage. He's currently sitting at 56. Again, the auto attack style works really well right now. You have the Gambit talent at the beginning, so you don't want to die to keep those stacks up. At the same time, you have to expose yourself a bit so that you can get damage in, and also the attacks to increase that damage further as the game continues and scale into the late game. Top left, top right. You should see the channels happening there, but down here it's the third altar that we're going to focus on now. And I have no idea what Dehaka did. Dehaka actually moved into the middle first, I guess because he needed to soak the experience here, but now he needs to deal with Azerite. And that little battle is kind of interesting. But I guess Dehaka is going to win this one, has to pop the essence, but he's going to force Zeratul back, so all the attention goes down to the bot lane again. Level 4 talents on both sides. But as long as Smexy stacks, they don't even care if they lose that one. Smexy just needs to stack. And he doesn't... so far he hasn't died. He has 75 stacks. They're going to lose out on this altar, but given over the initial lead to the Tomcats, it's not really a disaster for them or anything. There's of course a few, or at least one blind for the team in red. But that's not going to be enough. Oh, Smexy! Less than 100 HP. Zeratul to seal the deal on Hanzo. They get a kill on Johanna as well. Smexy gets immediately pinged. I mean, he is going full all out on them. He's pretty much running it down mid at this point. 18,000 damage for him, outpacing Hanzo in regards to the damage output. But they have a level lead now, 5 kills to 1. Smexy's getting his stacks together. And he is way ahead of everyone else already. And that is before we get Manticore. Before we have a level 20. So Smexy is at least up to this point having a lot of fun here. But of course, there's another slide, another attack, and Jojo is in serious trouble. And Smexy only knows one direction for his vaults, and that's forward. It's pretty much look at Mane is just telling Mane, dude, it's your job. If I die, it's your fault. It's the #1 rule of any MOBA you have ever played. If the DPS dies, it's the fault of the support and no one else. That's at least how Smexy is looking at things right now. And look at the piggies. They're all going full money pig. I love it. Best mount in the game, hands down. We haven't talked about it in a long time. But yeah, all hail the money pig. All hail.
Hail to the king, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hail to the money pig. So, as they are riding into battle in style, we have them also approaching level 10. Monkey gets a bit body blocked here though, but he's still able to use the jet propulsion to get out of it. And the Tomcats, they have some problems here. They have real issues trying to get these kills, but it's not working for them. And now we have indeed our Divine Shield and also the Mosh Pit, so we could see the Holy Cow. Oh, and there it is! Moo! 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 No Uther. Mane is griefing. Mane is griefing at this point. Did not come in with the Divine Shield, so the interrupt on the Mosh Pit. And then ETC dies. Now, so does Hanzo, so it's a trade at least, right? But still. Mane had an opportunity here, and he just said... Nope. Not happening. Didn't want to. Just didn't care. 6 kills to 2. Whoopi feels left out a little bit. He's like, dude, you had a chance here. You left me hanging. And then there's the level 10 now on each side. So with that, we got the Dragon's Arrow in. We got Archon. And in the middle, Zeratul dies. It got soloed by Dehaga. Shadow is doing some work here. Soloing Zeratul. By now, Smexy is at 123 stacks, which means that he now has already 2 quest rewards through auto-attacking. So yeah, that's an additional damage stack on his Hatred. And he still has the 25 bonus attack speed, so good for him. Yeah, he gets a lot out of this. It's nearly halfway done. Oh, the jet propulsion, 4 targets, and he didn't hit a single one of them. Not one. So now with 6 kills to 3, another quick attack incoming. Whoopi is looking for another power slide and the stun behind it. 10 stacks for our girl Jojo. So she's looking for more self-heals with her level 1. That hasn't happened so far. And in the meantime, they're going for the camps again. 32 points on the altar against 28, but the leading experience still goes to Gunnars on. And they're scaling way better. They're just scaling better now. Smexy is staying as far away from them as he possibly can. The Blessed Shield is, of course, also a bit of a deterrent. Needs to be very careful with the stuns that are now stacked. The arrow, the drag, and the Divine Shield to save Zeratul. Dehaga dies, so does ETC, though. Once again, Whoopi gets eliminated, but they got the kill on Dehaga as both teams with 4 are now moving down towards the altar. But it seems like Gamer Boy is gonna be left to his own devices here. There's the interrupt. Mane, nicely done. And he doesn't care. He doesn't even participate in the fight. He's like, I'm helping. Objective overall. Gets the shots connected with the opponent's score and drops them down at 24 points. Now, Smexy is slowed down a bit. He's at 127. So he really needs to get more auto attacks in if they want to scale this properly. Obviously needs to build up his Hatred stacks first. But they're already starting to fight over the next pumpkin camp again. And that's where they need Smexy. And there we go. Attacks are incoming. If they can get some stuns, yeah, that would be the dream. Turns it. Nice with a light bomb. But it's a kill on Jojo. Gamer Boy too late with a pull. Not able to save Johanna. The tank gone. And they are invading deep. Smexy. Hello? Smexy is just like, I got this. Gets the arrow to the face. Nearly dying here. They need some heals on him, but look at that. They chase them. They literally chase them through the entire bell tower. And there's kill number 1, kill number 2. Tazada and Hanzo are both dead. The only survivor is Anduin, and Smexy farms a few more hits before they kill the Crybaby as well. The bell tower gets taken, 11 kills to 4, 143 stacks now for the level 1 on Vala. And yeah, they're just looking great here. It's a level lead by now. Vala's damage output is at 34,000. Now Hanzo is starting to catch up. He's at 32k. And the damage output on Vala, as long as she doesn't die and loses her attack speed, is of course going to increase even further. That's a nice isolation here. Shadow is making some honestly good plays. He already killed Azerite once in the 1v1, and now he had a chance to go for the second kill against him. Didn't quite work out the way that he intended, but he got close. Down here, the red team is attempting to retake their bell tower, and guess what Vala is doing? Stacking, stacking, stacking. Not only the damage, but also the quest. So right now, 155 stacks. Blessed Shield is still up. Bell Tower gets retaken. Good for them. Good for the Tomcats. And the Haka, he dies. That's unlucky. In addition to that, they had to use the cooldown on Jojo's ult. So they can't use that any longer, which means that they have to give up the camp and they have to give up the 2 altars as well. First few shots are already fired. ETC down here is going to continue the party. A stun against Jojo. Uh-oh. Here comes Zeratul, and with the help of Vala, they get the kill. 13 kills to 4, level 16 talents, and that gives us Manticore. The holy cow. Moo. Divine Shield plus Mosh Pit, and they're going for the 5-man wipe once again. Smexy is just farming damage at this point. Manticore, of course, a massive asset in the arsenal. Gamer Boy doesn't stand a chance, neither has Tacita. That's the bell tower gone at the bot lane, plus the 2 heroes died. And, Jesus. As Monkey goes for the choo-choo train, they can either go boss, they can go for the camps, they can try to reconvert another bell tower, maybe the one in the middle. They want to go to the grand final here. They want to go up against the Hardos, they want to try and farm a few more points for the playoffs. And yeah, it's looking pretty good here. For the blue team, obviously. 174 stacks for Vala. Look at Smexy's. Smexy is all the way up the phone. He's like, Mena, heal me. Heal me, bitch. I'm right here. Come on. Come on. Where's my healer? Where's my healer? Where's my support? Stop griefing. Stop griefing and drop your cooldowns, baby. I can't actually believe that he got Mena to do that. That he got Mena to support him and play Uther. I cannot believe that happened. But Smexy is obviously having quite a lot of fun here. So he's coming in with all the damage, the slide negated by the trade. The auto attacks. I was waiting for Smexy to bolt forward into the death zone. Big missing arrow. That one would have been huge if it connected. It was a nice attempt, but now, yeah, they got level 16. But even with even talents, it's nearly impossible for them. Look how low they all are in HP. Bunker had to be used. Shots are fired. It's a triple altar phase. Zeratul is just moving from one altar to another. They're down to 18 points. This one is going to drop another 5. And guys, if they get both, then it's single digits on the core of the Tomcats. One gets already channeled through. Smexy, what are you, on vacation? Like, come over and help the team. Yeah, Smexy, they are getting a few more pumpkins in. But now the Divine Shield on Smexy. Tacita is already dead. Smexy is at 200 stacks now. He murders Gamer Boy. And they nearly have them here. 13 points on the core. 224. Johanna dies as well. That's a 5-man team wipe. As the core gets attacked. We're on 8 points against 24. Boss is up and you can go for the double play on those bell towers. 24-second window right now. Smexy together with Wooby, they're taking another 3 of the pumpkins. And now they can still go through the mid and top lane and try to take those bell towers and go for full control. Especially as they're also headed towards level 20, where they will get the Storm Talent. So that means either Acrobat or Farflight Quiver for Gunnars on Svala. They are making a play for boss. That drops the core down to 4 points now. But you can see why Gunnars on is and was the favorite heading into this. For the Tomcats, it's fantastic heading into the semi-final anyways. These guys have been consistently performing throughout the last few qualifiers. They always made it, or very often they made it into the semis. But of course, when you face off against one of the top 4 teams in Europe, then things are getting pretty difficult. There is a skill gap for sure. Then again, we've seen some upsets today already. Vala gets murdered, so does ETC, but the shots are being fired. They know that this is one, so they're griefing a little bit. They're having some fun with it. The full barrage has started. They're down to 2 points, and they won't be able to retake those bell towers in time. We got the Bulwark of Light in. 1 more point on the core, and the shot has been fired. This is game. Gunnars moves on to the grand final, where they will face off against the Hardos, yet the 7th qualifier for the X Cup fall.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.